extra time.
These are obviously your first T20s of a World Cup year. You touched on it a little bit there, but with the tournament being in India, and even in all likelihood the final will be in Ahmedabad. How vital do you think having a 5-match series out there to learn to work on combinations, to feel more at home in those conditions? How important is that for the team?
Yeah, absolutely, hugely important. I think it's a great benefit of us, being here to be able to play in Ahmedabad, a brand new stadium, which, like you say, will probably play a big part in the World Cup. That no one's played here before, so that's a big advantage for us to learn about this particular stadium and the conditions. And I think as a T20 side, the white ball side in general, the sort of conditions that we generally struggle against as the pitches get slower and the ball takes more spin, and having a different game plan as such for that. So we don't know exactly how the wickets are going to play in this stadium, but you would have thought having the 5 matches all at the same ground, they may start to slow up and take some spin. And I think if we look back to where we played in the World T20 here in 2016, I think it was, they were generally played on excellent wickets, but in the other side of the draw, the games that at Nagpur were quite low scoring in a different style. So that might be something that comes into this tournament, which would be good exposure for us as a group, as I know Owen Morgan's talked about before with some of the wickets we've tried to play on back in England.
It's the importance of this series, I'm guessing, in a World Cup year is huge. I just wondered, as one of the favourites for the tournament, coming up against another one of the big favourites, how much of an opportunity is this for you guys to make a statement of intent ahead of the tournament coming up?
Yeah, a big opportunity. Like you say, you going into World Cups, you probably look at host nations, one especially as strong as India, are going to be favourites for that tournament. So it's a great exposure for us to play against what will be one of the best teams in the tournament in these conditions. So it's vital for us to play well, and hopefully we want to win the series and take that confidence, and also to gel together as a group and have that role clarity ahead of the World Cup. So it's a fantastic opportunity for us as a side to be playing against this team in World Cup conditions.
Would you say then India are favourites ahead of you for the World Cup, just because they're at home?
Yeah, I think there's a number of excellent teams out there, but I think the last few World Cups in lots of different places have shown host nations tend to perform very well. India are, of course, phenomenally strong in every format, and T20 is no different. So especially being at home, I sort of see India as the favourites.
Those guys who played in the 3 defeats to India in the Test series, how easy is it to then switch off from that and go into limited overs mode and almost start afresh?
Yeah, I think pretty easy actually. Probably quite excited for a change of format. Quite excited to train and against the white ball, which allows you to obviously bat in quite a different manner than they have been having to play in the last few games. So the change of format can be great for that. It can re-energise. Obviously, there's a number of different players around at the moment who haven't been here, so that brings a lot of energy to those guys. And I know the boys are excited to get going. It's quite a different squad. Only a few left from the Test guys, but no, they're excited for the change of format.
There's been a lot of talk about rotation following the Test series against India. You went home after the first Test. You're back now for the white ball leg. Do you feel better for it? Do you feel like it was the right thing to do for you?
Yeah, I do. I do feel good for the rest. I've obviously spent a long time in the bubbles and over the past year or so since the pandemic started. I think it's been important for not just myself, the other guys to be able to get in and out of the bubbles, to look after people. So feeling good, really looking forward to what's going to be a great T20 series against a top side in their own conditions.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.